Technology has been present in Teyvat since the very beginning and has been improving throughout the regions, indicated by the recent Behind the Scenes Nod-Krai video. First off, let's give a short summary on the technology segment of this Nod-Krai video. In the video, it is said that rather than focusing on real-world civilizations, they focus on what kind of civilizations do the people in Teyvat create. Yes, of course, this will be inspired by the real world as well. The dev team have shifted from creating civilizations to creating people that develop those civilizations. They have also mentioned that throughout the 5 years of Genshin, Teyvat has been advancing in technology with each new region. The video clip is at the end of this video at this timestamp. Now, let us talk about all the technology we have witnessed in each region, starting with Mondstadt. Mondstadt is a region based on Germany, which gives it a 15th century medieval vibe, with no advanced technology that we know of, besides Dragonspine. Dragonspine, formerly Salve and Dagnir. The defense mechanism appears to be the most advanced item, aside from the Ruin Guards and Fatui. It may have been either installed by the people of Entombed City or sent by Celestia. The next thing that comes to mind to me is Alice's phonograph, which was invented in the real world in 1877, but considering Alice travels to other worlds and brings all sorts of trinkets to Teyvat, such as the Idol magazine she gave to Barbara, it's no surprise she has her own phonograph. Moving on to Liyue. Liyue has a few items which you could consider technology, such as the Guizhong Ballista and Guizhong's other mechanisms like the Obscuro Vulpes mechanism and Cloud Retainer's mechanisms like Bicyclical Thunderflash Mobile, which can travel thousands of miles in a day with adeptal energy. She created the Snowdrift mechanism to go skiing in the mountains filled with snow. Cloud Retainer has some other mechanisms as well that are created through mechanical arts. In the chasm, there are cannons named Mountainators, created by the engineering department in Liyue, according to NPC Jinwu. In Inazuma, there are the Kamuijuma cannons, which are powered by Electro and installed by the shogunate. It is unknown how it was created, but it being powered by Electro is the biggest clue here. Considering Raiden A created 2 humanoid puppets, it's no surprise a cannon exists in Inazuma. Next up is the Mikage Furnace, which is created by experts from Fontaine and powered by Tatarigami energy, which is basically the energy coming from Orobashi's remains. Later it was modified by Alice and then taken over by the Fatui. Considering that the Fontaine Research Institute exists, I will go into greater detail about it during the Fontaine segment. Sumeru is where things get really technological. First of all, there's the Akasha Terminal, which is powered by the Dendrognosis and made by Rukkhadevata, which grants information to users within the borders of Sumeru. There is also the Neo Akasha Terminal made by Nahida to battle Scaramouche. The Dendro element itself is really techy, so it makes sense the Dendro Archon created this considering she has the power of dreams as well. The Everlasting Lord of Arcane Wisdom is actually insane that it exists. It was created by the 6 Darshans at the Academia to host the Electrognosis, which is divinity. It's actually a mystery as to how it was created, but perhaps it uses the same principle as creating a puppet in Inazuma. And knowing that the Fatui was involved, it's no doubt that they helped with its creation. Another theory could be that the researchers from the Ksharawar, Technology and Vahumana Study of Causes studied the technology from the Deshret civilization and Ruin Golems to help create it. Finally comes the desert technology created by King Deshret and his civilization. The primal constructs are really advanced and was built to rebuild the paradise Deshret dreamed of. It is implied that perhaps due to Nabu Malakata, the goddess of flowers or Celestia itself, Deshret was able to create such devices that should not exist in this world. I believe Deshret used forbidden knowledge to create these primal constructs. In Fontaine, there's the Fontaine Research Institute, where all the clockwork mecha and all the other technology comes from. It was founded by Alain Guillotin, who had researched machines from Kanria and technology from King Deshret. Alain also created a mechanical dog named Seymour, which could perform thinking, security, and surveillance applications. He also invented the ARC system, Pneumosia. Clockwork mecha are still being produced in factories in the fortress of Meropide. Cameras were also invented in Fontaine and has been in the game since version 1.2. And now finally we come to Natlan. Natlan's dragon civilization is the most advanced civilization we know to date on Teyvat. The dragon civilization, sometimes referred to as an ancient civilization, has created the Tonatiuh, a sky ship, and the dragon city Chichen Uktoka, which was built as a base for the dragons to leave Teyvat through a stairway or cable, functioning alongside the Tonatiuh. Dragons also used void shuttles to travel through the stars and pierce through anything such as the fake sky barrier. This story on void shuttles was told by Sanhaj Kampore, so it might just be a prank story by him. Dragons also created all the areas in the ancient sacred mountain, such as the ruined armament workshop and the chamber of deliberation, where the 13 dragon lords such as Ajao and Ixlel used to have their meetings. In conclusion, the dragon civilization is the most advanced civilization in Teyvat. Now on to a more controversial topic. The culture of Natlan in the current day is far from what we expected it to be. The existence of DJs, roller skates, records, flying guns, and motorcycles has confused many. The lore explanation of Chaska's Soul Sniper ritual staff is that Xilanen made it, and for Mavuika's Flame Strider is that Xilanen made it with the blueprints that Mavuika found, which could probably be from dragon ruins. These items are all powered using phlogiston. Of course, lore explanation doesn't suffice, and the general idea of a motorcycle in Teyvat feels weird to many, just as the previous mentioned things. For now, the Behind the Scenes Nod-Krai video at this timestamp is all we got to explain such things. The Fatui seems to be technologically advanced ever since Mondstadt, with the existence of guns and other weapons by Fatui skirmishers, not to mention the Delusion Factory in Inazuma. The Fatui all have bases across Teyvat and a recent Phlogiston Research Extraction Center in Natlan. For now, the lore on Fatui is going to build up more and more in Nod-Krai, and the recent artwork shows the Fatui with new weapons and a giant mechanical structure at the back. Khaenri'ah created many ruin machines that are everywhere on Teyvat. The ruin drakes are meant to mimic Vishaps and counteract them by absorbing elements. The ruin serpent is a heavy-duty engineering equipment that can carve tunnels and the hardest bedrock. And the ruin scouts resembles a deep-sea creature that is unknown, further implying the vast knowledge of Khaenri'ahns and their technology. The most outstanding machine Khaenri'ahns have made are the ruin golems. These golems are massive and were built to be piloted by people. It has a screen on the inside and located in Sumeru, which makes sense since Khaenri'ah is below Sumeru. These golems are studied by a researcher named Zandik, who is Dottore, and could be the inspiration for some machines created by the Fatui. Nod-Krai is said to be the most advanced civilization so far. There is not much known about the technology in Nod-Krai so far, besides the video which will play right after my thoughts. Genshin is no doubt advancing in technology through each region and is really different from 5 years ago. It is normal for things to change and be different over time if done correctly, and I understood the controversies of Natlan. Now, let us listen to the Behind the Scenes Nod-Krai video.
很遗憾，没有。绝对的讲啊，没有。会有一些环波罗的海的自然风貌，但是人文啊，完全是架空的。不过，讲真啊，这个对于我们来说其实是一个挑战。这个是不用文明作为主题，而是以人作为主题带来的挑战。在这种情况下，比起传统的做法，观察文明要如何映射在人身上，我们更像是在思考说，如果舞台上出现的是这些人，由他们构成的文明会变成什么样子，又具备哪些要素？换句话说，就是从内容为文明服务到为人服务的转变。那这个思路的变化对于我们的创作来说是尤为重要的。最终我们想要达到的效果跟几年前美术表达的终极目标其实是一致的。我们希望无论是谁去到诺德卡莱，都能找到属于自己这段旅程的自由与乐趣。
你硬要问这些表达当中有没有现实原型，那当然是有的了，那对吧？那大家都知道艺术创作它从来不可能完全脱离现实。那就比如说大家谈到北欧，那北欧一定会有一个特殊的地貌，就是峡湾啊，对吧？那有的旅行者可能在现实当中在挪威、在冰岛这些国家我们亲自见过这种壮观的景色。那还有一些旅行者他可能是在一些经典的游戏作品里面他见过，比如说像早期的一些作品啊，比如说魔兽世界 它曾经有过一个地区叫豪风峡湾，还有巫师山，对吧？这个可能大家耳熟能详了。它有一个地区叫史凯利杰群岛，对吧？那在原神当中，有一点不一样的是啊，原神它是一个基于卡通渲染和手绘风格的作品。那在这样一个表达底下，这种地貌应该怎么呈现啊？那这件事情也是我们曾经没有做过的事情。虽然它没做过啊，虽然它很难，对吧？但是它非常有价值。
再比如刚才提到的双月之子和鱼人众的冲突，这个概念在美术层面的表达其实是自然和人工的碰撞和冲突，具有原始气息、浑然天成的景色，如何与富有雕琢感和科技感的内容去共存呢？这样的理念并非没有先例啊，地平线、异度之刃、最终幻想七，我们也是这些优秀作品的粉丝，也熟知他们的表达手法。但提瓦特有自己的表达，原神的设计必须要建立在原神自己的设定要素上。比如说到神力，说到提瓦特的标志，那就不得不提到遍布各国的7点神像，对吧？在诺德卡莱也有当地居民根据对于月神的信仰建立的这个神像。那么双方在诺德卡莱在提瓦特原始力量上的争夺，是否可以具象化为对神像的干预呢？我们其实可以尝试通过神像的外观变化来体现两股势力相互对抗的地方生态。
刚才我们也提到一个问题，就是创作者和玩家之间是会存在一些信息差的。那消解创作者和玩家之间的信息差，就是我们经常面临的一个挑战。比如我举个例子，就是提瓦特的科技水平问题。很多旅行者他其实基于早年接触原神的印象，他认为提瓦特是一个比较落后的，大概15世纪左右的奇幻世界。那其实我们随着这5年多的内容更新，我们有陆陆续续的给玩家展示提瓦特这个世界不同的侧面。比如在纳塔这个版本，我们有很多远超人类文明的古龙科技。那比如说前几年每一个国家它都会有一些组织，比如教令院，比如鱼人众，比如枫丹科学院，那他们也是一直在尝试挑战尖端的科技。所以接下来在这个有很多个势力融合的诺德卡莱，是自然会出现比其他地方高得多的科技造物和一些独特的风景的。虽然我们是认为这些内容的铺垫时间已经足够长了吧，涵盖的内容面也比较丰富，但是具体的在某个特定的位置呈现它们的时候，不可避免的还是会让一些旅行者觉得比较突兀。那持续的如何解决这个信息差的问题，如何去消解它，其实对我们来说也算是一个难题。